Nick Beake, BBC News, Jerusalem.
And with me in the studio is Shehata from BBC Arabic. Good morning to you, Saeed.
Good morning,
so more horrific deaths in Gaza. Israel says is this particular case that Nick was reporting on is under review. What are you hearing about this?
It's what is reported all over the news TVs and websites that, according to eyewitnesses, a drone fired a missile at a crowd queuing to fill their containers with water near a water tank. And 6 children were killed and 10 people all in all killed. It's not the first incident, and unfortunately it's not going to be the last incident. 3 days ago it happened another incident in front of a clinic. They were waiting for food, to get food, and at least 15 people were killed, and including 8 children. So since the war in October 2023, thousands of children and women were killed in this incident, civilians. So it is tragic. Israeli military said it's a technical error. It said the case is under review, and the same story by Israel all the time. And Hamas and the UN said it is not. Israel should take more cautious approach in order to do that. And the UN Human Rights Office said about 789 people aid-related killings happened, especially after the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, backed by the US and Israel as a new mechanism to deliver aid, started its work in 27th of May. So there is a problem, and the UNRWA and other international organizations criticize this new mechanism because they call it as a killing field because more people killed when queuing to get the food. So it is a tragic incident.
In the meantime, President Trump is still trying to sound very optimistic about ceasefire talks, saying he believes and hopes that things will get straightened out this week. What are you hearing about that?
It's not the first time Mr. Trump said that. He said before next week, well, he's hoping the deal will be struck, but it didn't happen. So the same story. But the reports from Doha, there is a big gap between the delegation of Israel and Hamas. Hamas and Jihad, they are calling for end of the war. They call for full withdrawal of the Israeli army from Gaza. And they're calling for the Israeli forces to go back to their position before 2nd of March when the January deal collapsed. So especially from the withdrawing from Netzarim corridor, which divides between the north and the south. The Israeli government, led by Mr. Netanyahu and his right-wing partners, especially Mr. Ben-Gvir and Smotrich, they calling no withdrawal from Gaza, and they need to defeat Hamas and still be controlled. So they presented maps to the delegation, but the maps, the Israeli forces will control about more than 40% of the Gaza Strip. Hamas will refuse that. So they present other maps, but still there are discussions. Okay. But still the gap is huge between them. So no indicators of a deal will be struck, unfortunately, soon.
Okay. Saeed, thank you for bringing us up to date.